Yeah, good morning, guys. How are we doing? Welcome to another Thursday live learning and trading session. So we have these sessions every Thursday. I come here live to teach Forex and also to trade live with you guys. So it has been an amazing session. This is episode 86 of this session. So today I want to teach you guys how to trade the news because we have core CPI coming out later today. So I want to teach you guys how to trade the news. So today will be a combination of three things. We're going to do Q&As today. We're going to take a lot of questions today. I'm also going to do trading live with you guys and also going to be teaching you guys how three ways that you can possibly trade the news if you want to go fully into fundamental trading, especially CPI trading. All right. So that said, come on, guys. Invite everyone that you know that should be here, that is yet to be here. Let them know that we are live and we're about to take this to another level. So get your friends and family in here ASAP. Let them know that we are live and we are about to get started. All right. Let them know that we are live and we're about to get started. Get your friends, families, everyone in here. Let them know that we are live and we are about to get started. All right. It's going to be another amazing session. I'm excited. Once you come, there are three things to do once you join our live sessions. Number one, you come in, you give the video a thumbs up, and then you drop your name and where you're joining us from. Okay, so give the video a thumbs up, then tell us where you're joining from, your name, and where you're joining us from. All right. So come on, guys, get your friends and family in here. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on now. Get your friends and your family in here. Let them know that we're about to make some money. All right. Let them know we're about to make some money. And let them know we're about to learn good stuff. Like I said today, I want to combine this as a Q&A session, also a live trading session, and also a teaching session. So the first 20 minutes of today's session, I'll take questions. For the first 20 minutes of today's session, I'll take questions. The second 20 minutes, we'll doing, analyze the charts, see some opportunities that we have today. And then the last 20 minutes, we'll use it to, I'll do some teaching, give you some options if you want to trade news, CPI, NFP, FOMC statements, interest news, interest rate decision, news and all of that. I'll try my best to give you some options on how to do that today. All right, so get everybody in here. Let's go, guys. Let's go. It's going to be an amazing time. It's going to be fun. Positive is going to be amazing. All right, fantastic. Okay, so 5 minutes in, let's go. So let me give you guys a shout out so that we can move straight to the charts. So like I said, once you join the live session, give the video a thumbs up, number one, then drop your name and where you're joining us from, so I can give you guys a shout out so that we can start ASAP. All right, so good to see you. Praise is the first person in the house today, so shout out to you. Praise C Naro, Iyanoye Jesse, good morning. Robert Kimenyi from Rwanda, good morning. Yakubu Lukman from Ghana, Clinton from Abuja, David Adekunle from Lagos, Ruby from Port Harcourt, Otebele from Lagos, Onesimus from China, Pip Hunter from SE. What do you mean SE? Gabriel Ame from Makurdi, Ejoli. Gabriel Makurdi, Gabriel Ame, what are you doing in Makurdi? When did you leave Abuja? Welcome all the same. Ejoli Atli from Cameroon, Samuel Xavier from Benue State, Iyanoye from Umahia, Peter Mark from Port Harcourt. Okay, the chat is blowing up right now. Harry Jude from Jamaica, Anibode from Benin, Livinus from Abuja, Samud from Ogun State, Engineer Anibode Joe, good morning. David BME from Abuja, Rufus from Lagos, Ebel, Sportsman from Aba, Ebel Ebiloma from Abuja, Olabisi from Lagos, Musa from Meduguri, Taveshima Usheuba, Good to see you, my brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. Peter Nwanakwere. Good to see you. Good morning. Samuel Okelenyi. So he said, you always give value and your dress sense is godly. Okay. Thank you, man. Thank you. Please, can you talk about buy limit, sell limit? Okay, yeah. Good stuff. Let me start this question. I will talk about it, okay? And give you easy ways to just cram, pending orders. All right. Masha from Abuja, Akuba Asan from Ghana, Chukuno Sojewa from Anambra State, Dokas from Ghana, Abdullahi from Kano, Alua from Lagos, Michael from Kogi, Timothy from Galadima, Mina State, Peter from Calabar, Ibri Joseph from Abuja. I have to just keep some names now so that we can move to the charts. Emmanuel Lonalo from Abuja, Pip Hunter from Sweden. Good to see you. Maurice from Taraba. Stephen from Kano. Stephen says you're an inspiration. Thank you. Ishako Mike, good morning. Good to see you too. Dave Edgar Wafo from Thank God from Nigeria. God gift from Lekki, Lagos. All right. So fantastic. Good to see everyone. Nathan from Zambia. Sami from Kigali. Amazing. So good to see all you guys. So it's going to be an amazing session today. Number one, I'm excited and I'm hopeful that I have two things to teach now. Okay, I want to teach you guys how to trade the news live. Okay, if you want to trade news fundamental, I want to just give you a holistic approach to trading fundamentals. Okay, if you want to trade the news events, I want to do a teaching on that today, and I'm also going to brush up on pending orders since someone is asking that we should talk about pending orders. So I'll most likely brush on that today. Okay. So go ahead, ask your questions right now before we go to the chart to start analysis. Like I said today, for the first 20 minutes, I want to take questions. The second 20 minutes, I want to use it and trade. We'll go to the chart to trade live, and then the last 20 minutes, I'll just do a teaching on fundamental trading. All right. So if you have a question on Forex trading, boarding Forex trading, anything at all, strategy, risk management, trading psychology, anything, brokers, whatever, prop firms, ask your questions on the chat. I'll take as many questions as I can until 11:25, and then we'll switch to some other stuff and then move from there. All right. So before we do that, I usually have 3 disclaimers on those live sessions. Number one is my strategy is my strategy. It is not our strategy. It is mine. Okay. So that means that it might not look like what you're familiar with. It might not make sense to you, but it's fine. It's cool. You can make money with your own strategy, and I make money with mine, and we're all good. I mean, we move on very happy with life. So you don't have to beef me on the comment section or drop any hate comment. It doesn't make sense. It's not mature to do. Secondly, our win rate is 70%. That means 70% of the time will most likely be profitable. 30% of the time we might lose money. Okay. So depending on what we see on the chart, we trade live with you. I'll walk you guys through my thought process doing the analysis, and hopefully we'll make some money today. Okay. Then finally, okay, do not risk all your money on one single trade. It's not a wise thing to do. Okay. As much as possible, apply proper risk management. Just because this analysis is coming from me doesn't make it ultimate. Okay. I can make an analysis and still lose money. So please don't risk all your money on one single trade. It is not a matured stuff to do. All right. So that said, let me take some questions. Let me see what's happening to the synthetic club. Its energy is long vibing strong. I don't understand. Is long vibing strong. I don't understand. Please re-ask this question or rephrase. I love your teaching. Break it, keep it simple. Thank you. Is there any difference between MVGs and imbalance? To an extent, depends on what the context is, though. Personally, left for me, I'll say they are actually the same in practice on chat. But sometimes people, because I don't trade SMC, although I understand SMC, I know fair value gaps, I know imbalances and all, but then sometimes when you listen to some people try to explain what an imbalance is, it looks as if they're explaining something that is not fair value gaps, but in practice, I think they're basically the same thing. All right. Somebody said I'm opting for a paid class or paid community I can subscribe to. Yes, we have. Just go to www.tradewavlimited.com and you get access to our training program. So that's the tradewavelimited.com. So just go to our website, you get access to our training programs. All right. Other block and FVGs, which is better for entry. Other blocks, basically, I prefer to enter at other blocks than fair value gaps any time of the day. Please, what is the best prop firm? Any prop firm that doesn't scam you is a good prop firm. I'm not a big fan of prop firms. If you followed me for a while, you know that I don't talk much about prop firms because I think I made most of my money with trading for people, basically like real life funds. So I don't really talk much about prop firms because I've not really made that much money from prop firms anyway. So but prop firms, I think FTMO remains one of the best out there. Every other prop firm out there, most of the time, their rules can just mess you up. They subject you to like a sub trading condition. You don't have the best trading conditions because of the drawdown, the lot size. There's this other rule that is very annoying that they decided coming up with most of them. Think risk management or something where you can use a particular kind of, you need to be consistency rule here. So that rule is, it's very crazy. Why do you need me to confine myself to a particular kind of lot size just because? Why? So, but all the same, I think FTMO is the longest standing and still one of the very best out there. Maybe if there are some other good ones, you can let me know in the chat. All right. Please explain pullback trading and day trading timeframes. I think this question is too broad. It's too broad because I can answer this question like from different directions, like from many directions. So I think this question is too broad. It's too broad. I don't know. Answering this question will take all our time right now. So I'll just have to skim, or maybe can narrow down your question a little bit so I can give you a better answer. All right. All right. So okay, I've already answered this question. So, is there any book like APA trading strategy? I've not heard about that before. What's the name of the strategy you're using? I use the jackpot strategy. I use a jackpot strategy and I use a marksman strategy. Those are the two strategies I use, and I'm the one that came up with the names because it is my strategy. All right. Of all the limits, how to place the trade. I don't understand this question. Is it possible to place a trade in multiple accounts once? Yes. Why not? Yes, there are different ways to do that. Actually, you can either use a copy trading system to do that, where you have a master copy account and then you connect many accounts, as many as you can, to the account. If I open a trade on this account, it automatically opens on another account. That's what copy trading system is. We have that system here at Trade with, and you can use leverage on that system to make money for yourself. Our copy trading system is up about, I think, maybe 10% or so between last month and this month. So you can leverage on our copy trading system to make money. The link to join is on the description of this video. All right. Good morning. What is the best time frame to execute trade? There is nothing like best time frame. Okay, it depends on what you are looking for. If you're a swing trader, your best execution time frame will probably be, let's say, 4 hours, or if you want to go low, you can go to 1 hour time frame. As a day trader, your best execution time frame will most likely be 1 hour or 15 minutes time frame. As a scalper, you can go down to as 5 minutes time frame, 15 minutes time frame, or even a 1 minute time frame. So it depends on what you are doing. Like I taught the guys on the floor, for those of you that don't know, we have physical trading classes. It's more like a trading community, physical trading community here in Abuja. We meet every Wednesday by 11 o'clock. It's free. Our partnering brokers at HFM, they are making it free for you guys. Every Wednesday, we come together to analyze the market and to execute trades together. Yesterday, we took 2 trades on the trading floor, although 2 of them were not triggered, although the trade just moved to TP without triggering any of our entries anyway. But all the same, we do that every Wednesday. All right. So I was telling those guys on the floor yesterday that once you come to the chart, there are 2 things you need to bear in mind. Always. Number 1 is you need to ask yourself, what am I coming to do? Are you coming to scalp? Are you coming to swing, or are you coming to day trade? Because that will determine the kind of time frames you're looking at. I see people coming to scalp. They're coming to scalp on the charts, and they're looking at monthly time frame, weekly time frame. Bro, you really don't have any business with those kind of time frames. If you're coming to scalp, and when I mean scalp, I mean anything between 5 pips, 2 pips, 10 pips, 15 pips, maybe max on the market. You don't have any business with monthly time frame, bro, or even weekly time frame. Go down to where you want to execute your trades on. Okay, and what you need to pay attention to is, if you're also scalping, pay attention to ATR, because the ATR kind of gives you the average range of candlestick size depending on the number of pips you're willing to get out of the market. If you're a scalper, one single weekly candlestick is like maybe 200, 300 pips. Why would you be looking at a chart that has a lot of that number of pips to make a 10 pip decision? It doesn't make any sense. All right, so depending on what you want to do in the market, if you're a scalper, go to the time frame where scalpers are. If you're a swing trader, go to the time frame where swing traders are. If you're a day trader, use the time frame that is best suited for. So there's nothing like best. Depends on what you want to do on that chart. Okay. Somebody's asking, when taking a trade on lower time frame, what are the things to see before taking a trade? It depends on your strategy. I won't tell you what to see. It depends on your strategy. It depends on your strategy. I can't really tell you what you want to see. You just need to see. Basically, just to wrap it, you just need to look for candlestick or chart patterns that are suggestive of what you have already seen on a higher time frame. You understand? So you don't make decisions on the lower time frame, especially if you're a day trader or a swing trader. You don't make decisions on the lower time frame. All right, you make your decision first on the higher time frame, then go down to a lower time frame to execute it. Okay, so that's how it works. What's happening? Okay, there's no update for some time now. There's been update too. Every day there's been update. Are you sure you're on the right dating club group? there's been update every, even of as of yesterday, there was still an update. So I don't think, maybe I don't know whether you're on the right group. We even had live training sessions on Tuesday with Sheon, synthetic president. So please explain what you mean when you say that retracement is just market seeking liquidity and not really a reversal, and how do we spot it? God, this one is another long question. Okay, let me just start this question. Hopefully, if we have more time at the end, towards the end, I'll answer this question, because I think it's a very, very good question also, but it will take time. Let me just take the ones I can take so that I can go straight to the charts. Please, I always entering too early. How do I better time my trades? Simple: liquidity. Okay, maybe you're entering at the point where the market has not fully done a liquidity sweep, so the market uses you as the liquidity sweep and then moves to the direction that you're expecting. So that might be the reason. So you need to learn more on how to spot liquidity levels, spot other blocks, spot liquidity blocks, and that will make your entries much better. So please teach how to overcome emotions and psychology. Bro, that one is long too. I have a full teaching on that on our cash club mentorship program. We have part 1, part 2, part 3 of trading psychology, where I took out time to explain every possible emotion you will ever feel in this life as far as Forex is concerned, and how to handle them. Again, you can access that training by going to our website, www.tradewavelimited.com. Go to the training mentorship section and you see the options on how to join the training. All right. Reasons why price does not respect other block entries. I don't think I understand this question. There are many reasons to that. The question is too broad. Which strategy is working 100%, bro? So what's your name? Yakubu Mohammed. Please, when you find that strategy that works 100%, please tell me. I'm looking for it too. So please, when you find a strategy that's working 100%, please tell me. I also want to know. Because I'm also looking for that strategy that never loses. Tell me when you find it. Please tell me. All right. So I don't know which strategy that was 100%. Strategies work based on win rates. Okay, depending on what your win rate is, that's how we make money, because this is a game of probabilities. All right. So there's nothing like 100% in Forex. God, I just have very bad. My throat is blocked, so my nose too. So can you teach us how to identify other blocks? Let me just start the question. I'll probably attend to this much later. Okay, I can see some people mentioning some prop firms on the comment section. Well, if it works for you, fine. I wouldn't want to promote any of them because I've not trusted and I've not used any of the ones you're mentioning here. Which platform offers synthetic indices? I really don't know. The one I used to know that offers something that looks like synthetics, they say they've crashed. They say those guys have crashed. So I don't know. We need top analysis on any pair, sir. Is it's help us? Thank you. Okay, I don't know, but thank you too. How to identify perfect entry in lower time frame? Too broad, too expository. Thank you. Is it possible to trade without using your personal funds, but you have the skill without using your personal funds? Like you mean like people funding accounts for you to trade? Yeah, that's if you're good. See, let me tell you, if you're a good trader, you are an endangered species because there are not many of you. I'm telling you the truth. When you are good in trading, bro, people will offer you more. You will be the one to run away from people's funds. I'm telling you, when you're a good trader, it's just like you already have the skill. And no matter who the person is in this life, that person wants to make more money. So you have an opportunity or a skill that can benefit from the lowest person in the economy to the highest. Whether it's somebody who is looking forward to afford 2 square meal or one is 1 square, I don't know, 1 circle meal, whatever you get. So whether the person is at the bottom of the ladder or at the top of the ladder, once you can trade consistently profitably in Forex, you have a skill that can help anybody. So every single person you meet on the street is your client. You get what I'm saying? So once you have the skill, bro, and you know how to show people that you actually have the skill. No, when I mean show people that have the skill, not by showing them the lifestyle. Now, let me tell you why. Because some people come to the comment section and maybe when they come to the office and see me in real life, they might see some stuff and be like, bro, why are you not showing off? Why are you not doing? I mean, why are you not doing things that other people are doing on social media? And I'm like, it's not really necessary because the kind of people I want to attract are people richer than me. I'm not looking for people that are poorer than me. You understand? So I need to look like people that you can easily give me money to invest. You understand? Or invest in my trading. You get what I'm saying? So that's most of the time when I mean it's not necessary. I just don't think it's necessary, but it works for a lot of people, which is fine. So why not? If you can do lifestyle marketing and get your investors to give you money, when I mean give, I mean like fund account for you to trade, or not collect money from them, or fund an account for you to trade. I mean, why not? Anything that gets you attractive to the kind of people you're looking out for. For me, I'm looking for people that are way richer than me, bro. I'm looking for people that have billions of dollars to give me, you get, to fund so I can manage for them. I don't need to show up to them. I don't want to scare my destiny helpers, bro. You get, so it all depends on what your goals are. All right. So I prefer once you have the skill, I think you're good to go. Just perfect the skill and look out for people who you can manage funds for. All right. How can I join FS mentorship program? I already mentioned that www.treadwavelimited.com and you get access. Okay, I've already posted the link here. Just swipe, go up, and you'll see the link. When trading low, okay, it's up. It's almost time. I don't think you can take more questions now. God, the questions are plenty. I just wish I could take as many as possible right now. Sometimes when I see this question, it kind of breaks my heart because I feel like, because I understand what it means learning Forex. Because at some point, I used to have plenty of this kind of questions too. So sometimes I just wish I could just take everything, but I don't want to overshoot time. Let me just take two more. Number one, should I always use instant execution or pending order for entering a trade? Very good question. Now, I use instant. Pay attention to what yesterday. So I want to teach you guys too. Now, use instant executions only at liquidity block levels where you know that possible liquidity grabs is going to happen. But if you're using things like Fibonacci, or you want to use a premium a major support or major resistance to enter a trade, allow that support or resistance level to actually resist or support the market price for you to now enter instantly. You get what I'm saying? So pending orders, which is pending order executions, used best at liquidity block levels. But instant execution, like manual execution, okay, manually entering the market. If you want to enter manually, maybe after a market confirmation, a candlestick confirmation, or a chart pattern confirmation, enter when the market has actually given you the move you're looking for on a support, on a resistance level. I just hope this makes sense. And I hope you guys understand it because I can't beat it more than this. All right. So that said, come on, guys, let's move to the charts. I can't take all the questions, but hopefully, if you have more questions, then bring the questions next week, okay? And try and be the first to ask questions next week because this is how we'll be doing it right now. Trade, take questions, do teaching. Sorry, questions, trading, teaching. Okay, so that's what we'll be doing every Thursday right now because I told you guys last week that we're changing the pattern because I don't want to just come trade. I also want to teach, okay, at the same time. All right. So that said, let's go. Somebody said, I'm saying this comment. I watch all your videos on YouTube from day one to the rest. I must tell you, you'll help me change my approach to market and it has increased my confidence and profit. Your pattern of trading to me is top notch. Hoping to meet you one day. Yeah, hoping to meet you too. Stanley Chidiebere. All right. So let's move to the chart, guys. Let's move to the charts. Okay, before we go to the chart, please don't forget we have a partnership ongoing with HFM, which is currently the best broker in Nigeria right now and in Africa, in fact. So we have a partnership ongoing with them where if you fund an account with HFM with our registration link, you're getting access to 100% capital deposit, okay? 100% bonus. So if you fund $200, you get extra $200 tradable, and the profits from it is withdrawable. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so if you register with the link on the description of this video, getting 100% on your first deposit. So once you open an account, you open a bonus account, you see an option for bonus account. If you do not register with the link, you will not see the bonus account option. It's only available when you register with our link. You get 100% bonus account available for you to open. Once you fund the account, you get 100% of whatever you're depositing, and you also get free access to our copy trading system. Like I said, our copy trading system has been delivering a lot of amazing values, I tell you, and it has been awesome. Let me see whether I can maybe share a few results. Let me see whether I can see last month's and this month's results to share on how the copy trading system has been for some of the guys that are copying our setups. Let me see. 1 minute, guys. We'll have some of our results on my FX book. I don't know which of the accounts is this one now. We have like multiple accounts that we have on my FX book. Let me see. Okay, so this is our results on the systems that we have currently on HFM trading copy trading platform. Let me share my screen so I can share it live. So we're currently up on 5% on this particular account. As you can see, we did 4% last month, ended 4% the last month, and we're up 4% already in the first 7 days. This is 9 days, sorry, of October. Now, this is another system also, which is a bit more conservative. We did 3% here last month, and then we're up 2.24% this month. So that's how it's going to keep going. We have other systems, though, that we are managing on different platforms, though. So that said, let's move, guys. Let's move. So consider joining, set up an account with a link in the description. Once you have $100, you're good to go. On a normal day, you have to pay for registration to join the copy trading system, but courtesy of HFM, you guys are going to be joining live. So you just need your capital $100. That's all. Join the system live and then start making money with us on autopilot. All right. So that said, come on, guys, let's move to the chat. Let's move to the chart. So if you can see my screen, please let me know that you can't see my screen. If you can see my screen, let me know on the chat that you can see my screen. If you can see my screen, let me know. If you can't see my screen, Someone is saying, good morning, sir. Please help me with a broker with low spread. HFM, I just said it. Okay. Go to the link in the description of this video. Sign up an account. They have a zero swap account, so you don't get charged swaps. Okay. So even if you leave your trade overnight, I mean, for as many days, I mean, they won't charge you for swaps. So it's an amazing stuff. Um, so Euro GBP, let's start from Euro GBP. So Euro GBP, like I mentioned last week, Euro GBP has did a very quick bullish reversal after the after the this was on Friday, right? On Thursday, Thursday last week, did a very quick bullish rally, which has been fully, I mean, almost fully reversed. I'm very hopeful that this sell might continue to happen. That's on the possibility, because on the overall trend, on the daily time frame, still pretty much looking like bearish. Although with this current pattern I'm seeing here, if this level here provides a very valid support, this market might actually rally all the way up. It's very possible. Okay, so so far so good. I would just typically want to avoid Euro GBP and then watch what the market will do at this level. Okay, now if you notice, I use line charts also, because line charts kind of makes the candlesticks less choppy, kind of. So when you put a line chart, it makes it easy for you to just see the support resistance levels very fast, very quick. You don't need to squint your eyes too much looking at the candlesticks. So kind of makes things easy for me lately. All right, so that's what I'm saying. So for now, I'll just want to see what the market does at this level, because this particular pattern I'm seeing here, this from here all the way to this level, is a bit suspicious. This is quite suspicious for me. So I want to wait first and see how the market reacts, because this looks like a very a pattern that would push the market to the upside or to the downside very violently. So this market can just do this, or it can also just do this. So because of this kind of flag pattern, okay, so it's very I just think you should just avoid Euro GBP for now, up until let's see what happens. If the market does something like this, break to the upside or break to the downside, then you can know which levels to use best as your support or your resistance levels. All right, so if you have any particular chart, let me just throw it out there. If you have a particular chart that you're looking at, you think we should look at, do well to drop it on the chart. If you're looking at a particular chart, you think you're seeing a setup or a good analysis on, drop it on the chart. Let's analyze the market with you together. All right, drop it on the chart. So let me see. I can see someone saying, the first one I'm seeing here is GBP JPY. All right, so let's check on GBP to the JPY. Let's check on GBP to the JPY. I'm seeing that we have how many people? All right, so we have about 175 people currently joining live, and it's exciting to see every one of you. All right, so cheers everyone, good to see you. So let's go back to the charts. Let's go make some cool stuff. Okay, all right, so back to the charts. So GBP JPY, let's start GBP to the JPY. Don't forget, towards the end of today's session, I'll be giving you I'll be teaching how to trade the live trade news live. If you want to, even if you want to go, whether I want to go fully into fundamental trading, or you just want to learn how to trade core CPI, NFP, and stuff like that, I'll just give you some basic guidelines I believe that will help you a lot, so that I don't keep losing money. Emphasis on that. So I'll give you guys updates on how to trade news events live. All right, so that said, let's move to the chart. So GBP JPY on a weekly time frame. Let's start from the weekly time frame. On a weekly time frame, I'm very positive. Let me move this my zone out here. So from a weekly time frame, let me also move this. Good. So from a weekly time frame, I'm seeing that this market is about to do a very, very significant rally to the upside. And let me tell you the reasons why I think this is possibly what is going to happen. Number one is, if we change this to a line chart, possibly you're seeing that we have something that looks like an inverse head and shoulders pattern over here. This being the first shoulder, neck, head, second shoulder, and we have a break above the neckline. So that's easy to see. Okay, so on a daily time frame, if we go down to a daily time frame, we're seeing also that the market, first of all, is trading way above the 50 moving average, which is this thick moving average over here. Let me go ahead and move it out. And we're also seeing that the market is creating higher highs and also higher lows. We had this high and we had this low, sorry, and this low which was slightly above, and then we have this low. So currently the market is giving us very, very bullish vibes. Okay, so let's go down to a 4-hour time frame also. So on a 4-hour time frame, moving this to a line chart, we're seeing 3 possible entry levels here. One here for this whole zone. Let me use a zone for this whole place. So this whole place, we are seeing another zone here. So possibilities are far. There's another one here. Now, I was telling the guys on the floor yesterday, when you switch to a line chart, I always prefer to use the steeper support or resistance levels. For instance, as you can see, this market did 1, 2, 3, almost like 3 touches on this level. If we move this to back to a candlestick, okay, we see that the market like did a lot of rally right here before something that looks like a liquidity graph. We move to 15 minutes time frame, it might be very obvious. Good, very good. So this is it. Look at this long candlestick. These are liquidity graph candlestick patterns. Okay, candlesticks, not like patterns. Okay, so we saw that happened, and then the market now finally rallied. Now, but the good news here is that we've not been able to break above this high, which makes it possible that if the liquidity that we are able to grab from here to here was not able to do the bullish move that we're looking for above this level, that possibly means that this market might want to do a liquidity grab below this level before rallying to the upside. So that's a that's a possibility. All right, so what we might likely see is this market to do something like this, grab liquidity from anything between this zone, or even go as far as moving up to this level before going all the way up. Okay, this is one, and this is also a possibility. The market might just stop here and then move all the way up. So these are 2 possibilities I see happening here. Now, based on entry, there are 2 ways that you can decide to enter this market, because I think this is a very, very good level. Now, these are 2 possible ways that you can enter this market. You can either wait for the market to come to this level and give you some signs of resistance or liquidity grab, because this candle I'm seeing, this blue candle I'm seeing, has been fully mitigated. Let me draw. Okay, or not fully though, but it's almost complete. Okay, so there's possibilities that the market might still touch down to about here, grab more liquidity, and then give us the move we're looking for, or even grab the liquidity from this zone. So best bets, these are the 2 levels I would be most likely want to take a trade, either from here, take from here, okay, take from here, do a 1:2, comfortable 1:2 here, or I can decide to take the trade from here. If I want to be very, very conservative, I want to do it this way. The stop loss is quite a lot, so ATR, okay, this is 4-hour time frame. ATR is 8 pips. That's wide. That's too wild. So let's go down to 1-hour time frame and see what ATR is saying. 27 pips. So that means we can do, let's say, 60 pips SL on this first possible entry, this one here, and then we can also do same 60 pips here on this second entry. So these are 2 possible entries that you can use on GBP JPY. So this second one is kind of conservative. You're a conservative trader. You want to enter the one that poses the less risk. You can use this instead. Although this conservative will most probably give you higher risk to reward. So these are two entries I have on GBP JPY. Any one of them you use. If let's say you enter the first one, it doesn't work out, hit stop loss, you might use the second one. Okay, so hopefully I might even use both of them because I might possibly use both of them because of what we saw on a daily time frame and also on a weekly time frame, because this market is about to rally. Okay, with the signs and everything I'm seeing here, this market is about to rally. I mean, like crazy, because I don't see anything stopping this market right now from at least maybe, okay, let me be fair, at least getting to here. Okay, so just to be conservative, so we're about to see a very, very serious rally on GBP JPY. In fact, all the JPY pairs. I'm also watching a trade I have on Euro JPY, so I'm very positive that this rally is about to happen. So positioning yourself at any of those levels is very, very good. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let me see what else, which other currency pair you guys have mentioned. Oh wow, I see that we about to make some good history. I'm excited. So guys, we are been able to hit 200, over 200 people joining us live today. Wow, I'm excited, bro. 207 people currently joining us in the live session, so I'm excited. I don't think have we hit 200 before? I think we have, though. We've done like 250. Yeah, I think we've hit 200 before, but I'm excited to see this. After like 3 weeks, we've not been able to do 200 joining live. So cheers everyone, thank you guys for joining. Let's get back to the chat. All right, so that's my analysis on GBP JPY. GBP JPY, these are the two possible levels. So prepare yourself for a rally on GBP to the JPY. So back to let me see, GBP USD, Euro USD. Okay, let's check on Euro USD. Let's check on Euro to the USD. Let's check on Euro to the USD. Okay, so on Euro USD, I'm seeing a pattern that is a bit both confusing right now and very, very scary kind of. Now, if we move this to a line chart, it becomes easy to see. Okay, we see this pattern, which is a typical reverse pattern, this double top, and then we have a break below the previous support, indicating that Euro USD is about to tank. Now, but if you go to, let me switch back to this. Now, why I'm a bit skeptical, especially right now on currencies like Euro USD, AUD USD, GBP USD, currently is because of the US elections, which is just a few weeks away. Now, if you've been paying attention to the elections, a lot of tension is building up. And depending on what happens in this next few weeks, Euro USD can go anywhere. Right now, I will tell you sincerely, a lot of the factors moving USD pairs, major pairs, are a lot of fundamental factors, and which you also need to pay attention to. But of course, let's just assume we're not seeing fundamentals. Let's focus on technicals for now. Okay, so that's just why I'm a bit very reserved about trading anything Euro USD, GBP USD, AD USD, because I mean anything that happens on the US election or leading to the US election can do the markets, do the market crazy, do the market damage. You get it? But for now, I think Euro USD is still tanking. So let's go down to 4-hour time frame to see our levels of interest. Straight up, we have this one over here. This is the nearest we have. Now, there are two ways to trade this. Two possible ways that you can trade Euro USD right now. And I think this will also help the guy that asked question about instant execution. That's manual instant execution and pending orders. In a case like this, now, there are two ways to enter this market. If I want to put a pending order on this market, I can either decide to print this pending order here, or I can wait for the market to fully mitigate this candle and put the pending order here. In this case, now whether I'm putting the pending order here or here, I'm making that decision based on liquidity. I'm hopeful that there's a liquidity above this level, or if the market fully mitigates this candle, there's some form of liquidity also around this whole zone entirely. You get? So that's the reason why I might want to use a pending order on this particular setup. Adverse, or on the other hand, if I want to do an instant manual execution, I might decide to use a Fibonacci instead. You can do a swing high from here to swing low, then mark out the 50%, 61.8% level, which is anywhere around this level. So if the market comes here and then gives me an entry pattern, when I mean entry pattern, a double top, or a bearish engulfing, something like this, okay, I might be willing to sell the market from here. So these are the two cases and two instances that you can decide how best to enter the market. I can't wait for a manual execution here, because if you want to do a manual execution here, you might be entering late. The idea of entering at liquidity block levels is because you want to get the best price. You want to get the premium price. You want to get the best price that will give you the highest risk to reward. But if I want to do a manual instant execution, I'll have to wait for the market to give me a confirmation with either a candlestick pattern or a chart pattern. So these are two possibilities here. So if you want to go manually on Euro USD to tank this market all the way down, because I know if this market keeps going down, we are most likely looking at the market to probably do a brief stop here, or if the market keeps tanking, it might get all the way down to this level. Very simple. All right. So these are two possibilities. So we still have some distance all the way down. Okay, so if this market retraces and touches down and does a experiences some form of resistance around this 50% and 61.8% level on Fibonacci, I will be willing to sell here. But if that doesn't happen, and the market gets to this level, I'll be willing to put a pending order to wait for the market at this level. Doesn't make sense. So those are two possibilities on Euro USD. Okay, so our time is almost fast spent. Like, I have a teaching to do today. I have a teaching to do on fundamental trading. So let me take two more currency pairs and let's go. Somebody say, what strategy are you using? Somebody answer, Japa strategy. I said jackpot strategy, not Japa strategy. So let me give you guys the for this particular pending order setup. Let me give you guys please, it's jackpot strategy, not jackpot strategy. Oh god, you guys are hilarious, man. So pending order is ATR is 7 pips. So let's see. 7 pips to this, that's about 20 pips. 20 pips. Okay, let's just move it to 25 just in case the market, let me see what I can do. 30 and still do 1:2. Okay, good. Just in case the market wants to do, let me just give you the reason why I'm moving this stop loss up to this level, just in case if the market wants to do a full mitigation of this red candle, and the mitigation will most likely stop here. That's if it's completely done. So that's why I'm moving the stop loss to this point. Okay, so let me see if 35 pips can give us a correct risk to a 1:2. Okay, no, this is good. This is good. So we can do 35 pips instead of doing 30 pips on Euro USD. We can do 30 pips. So these are the entry on Euro USD. Let me flag this and also flag, what's the first one? Also, the first one with the analyze was GBP JPY. So we have two setups now. We have Euro USD and we have GBP JPY. On Euro USD, we're risking 35 pips. Our entry is at, let me confirm entries again. 1 minute, guys. Let me type the entries out for you guys on the chat. Let me type the entries out for you on the chat. This is 1.0994. 1 minute, guys. Let me type out the entries. 10295 9940. Take profit 10290 9240. Good. Okay, so these are the entries. Let me type it on the chart for you guys. So we're entering at have a sell limit, EUR USD sell limit at entry is at 1.09940. SL is at 1.10290. TP2 is at 1.09240. Okay. So that's what my entries look like, and hopeful that if the market does, even if the core CPI news comes out and we see a rally to the upside, alternatively, I might, if the market gives us a clear, resistance from the 61.8 or 50% Fibonacci level, that's this level over here. That's if the news does rally the market and we see a resistance from this level. I might also be willing to enter manually if I see a resistance at this level after the news happens. Okay, so this is also another possibility. Okay, so that's it for now. I think these are only two currencies we have. Then GBP JPY, which is, I already mentioned, we're looking for possibilities of risking 60 pips at the 192.880 level or at the 191.975 level. Okay, so that said, let me quickly just walk you guys through on three possible ways I think it's the best to trade news. Okay, and I think this will be very helpful to you guys. I'll try to just put names to this so that it will make a lot of sense. Okay, so first of all, let me ask, how many of you like trading the news? How many of you like trading the news? If you do like trading the news, let me know. If you do like trading the news, let me know. How many of you like trading the news? Let me know. All right, so there are three ways to trade the news. Now, the reason why I'm teaching this is so that you know what you are doing. Okay, so that you know what you are doing, because most of the time a lot of people don't even know what they're doing. Okay, you see, once NFP is about to come out, everybody is excited, everybody is shouting NFP, and the NFP comes out. Some people make money, some people lose money. The day they lose money, you will not hear anything from them, but the day they will make money, nobody will hear. Everyone on Instagram, we killed it, we nailed it, we destroyed it. But the day they don't make money, nobody will hear anything. So there are three possible ways that you can trade the news. You can either trade it speculatively, retrospectively, or you can hedge it. Now, let me explain each of these. Let's start from speculative. Now, if a news event is about to start coming out, let me even use a paint tool to explain this, because I think it makes more sense if you're seeing what I'm doing live on the chat. Now, when a news is about to come out, what you will notice most of the time, if you can see my chat, please let me know that I can see my chat, okay? So if you can see my chat, please just type chat, let me know you can see my chat. No, when a news is about to come out, okay, the market does something called market pricing, okay? What that simply means is that the market starts to do something that looks like accumulation, something like this. Let's say you see okay, let's say the market is moving like this, when a news is about to come out, let's say in the next 24 hours or a few hours leading up to the news, most of the time you see market doing something that looks like ranging. Some people call it accumulation, some people call it market pricing, basically same thing. Now, most of the time, the reason why this is happening, two possible theories. Some would say it's manipulation. The market is trying to get both buyers and sellers into the market, pull a lot of liquidity, accumulate the liquidity. Then after the news, a market will either move to the upside or would push all the way to the downside. Okay, now these are possibilities and these are theories again. But however, when a market is pricing in or doing something like this, is not depending on what you are doing. If you are a swing trader or you are a day trader, if you're a swing trader or a day trader, when the news is about to come out, that is usually not the best time for you to make a conclusive decision in the market. Any kind of news you are doing based on speculation without a relevant insight about what would most likely be the impact of the news, you're putting yourself at risk. FOMC is about to come out. You don't know anything about FOMC. You've not read anything about it. You don't know how the current economy of the United States might affect the current FOMC. You don't have any background data. You don't have any insight. Any kind of speculative trading you are doing is most likely gambling. That means the market is somewhere here and then you decide to come and enter buy here, because inside your mind you have done your what you call your analysis and you're assuming that this market is going to buy. This is speculative. But if you're speculating the market, you should, if you're taking a position based on speculation, it should also be backed up by data, backed up by behind the scene knowledge about how the data is going to be compiled, the effect leading up to that event, what has happened in the US, are there more people being employed, what is the interest rate, all those kind of things you should have in mind. You should have those things in mind if you're going to be a speculative trader when it comes to news, because anything you are doing without that kind of interest, without that kind of knowledge at the back of your mind, is most likely gambling. And let me tell you why. Because a market, a news event can come out and be in favor of USD. Let's say we are trading Euro USD on the news. This is Euro USD, okay? Now, let's say we are trading Euro USD. The news is about to come. I want to trade Euro USD. I want to be speculative about it. I want to predict that Euro USD will buy. A news can come out that will be in favor of USD. When a news is in favor of USD, what is supposed to happen? Euro USD is supposed to go down. Is that not correct? Because USD becomes stronger and Euro USD is supposed to go down. But you will see that sometimes the news will still be in favor of USD and Euro USD will fly. Why is that? Because the market moves on sentiment. The market moves based on sentiment of the players in the market. So it is possible. These are possibilities, and like I said, these are all theories which you can dispute anyway. Okay, so when the market comes out and traders have speculated, or analysts, financial analysis of big organizations, big institutions have already speculated that if this news comes out, this is the action we would likely take. They've taken a position already based on that news. And when the news now comes out, it goes the opposite direction. And because of that, the smaller players in the market might have reacted based on the news, based on their sentiment of the news. But because these other big guys, these big institutions have already taken a position, most of the time, or let's say some of the time, they might want to instead double up on that particular position they've taken, and the market goes the other direction. That is contrary to what the news would have even suggested in the first place. See, I always remind traders, see, there's no money you have on your CFD account that moves this market. Always remind yourself that. Every time you come to the chart, always remind yourself that there's no money you have that will move this market. You are here to follow. You are a follower here. Even if you like, you're trading $100,000, 200, $1 million, 200 on a CFD account. Bro, that money is not entering this market directly. You get it? We're trading contract for difference. Yeah. So what happens on the chart, or your ability to make money, is your ability to understand the guys whose money are actually moving this market. So if you're a speculative trader and you have zero knowledge about how the data affects the market, trust me, you are gambling. I'm telling you. And see, okay, let me go through the three of them. We've talked about speculating. Let's go to the second type of guys, okay, which is the guys that are trading the market in retrospect. Okay, that means the news has come out and you are now taking a position based on the news that is already out. Is it making sense? Now, these kind of guys that are retrospect, they wait for the market to already happen. Let's say the news comes out, they already have a position in their mind where they think the market would most likely go to, and they decide to go in for a buy after the news happens. Let's say the news happens like this and they want to go in for a buy here. Okay, now with this you can be more technically inclined than fundamentally inclined and make money on this. Okay guys, I think I need to take this. Please guys, just give me 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. Okay, sorry guys, I had to take because this person just keeps calling, so I just had to quickly tend to him. Sorry guys, just give me 1 minute, okay? Okay, so we're back. So let's get back to the chat, guys. Let's get back to the chat. Let's get back to the charts. Okay. Sorry, not to the chart, to the screen. Okay. So as a retrospect trader, I want to allow the market to do what it has already done, then take a position based on what you've seen happen in the market, especially based on technicals. Okay. Now, these are things to have in mind if you are a retrospective fundamental trader. Number one, you need to have in mind that anything you're seeing in the market is driven by sentiment. In reality, let's be realistic, the market is driven by sentiment, but however, a lot of quality decisions that are making the market are made based on technicals. You get. So if the market, let's say a news is about to come out and you already analyze that this market should rally after the news, let's say the market is somewhere here, the news now triggers the market to do a fall to this level, which is where you want to take a trade. Okay, good. Now, two things to bear in mind when you want to do something like this. Number one is you need to find out the current news that has come out. Has the effect of the news finished for that particular moment? Because an NFP can come out and the effect of the NFP can last for 3 weeks, the effect of one NFP. But sometimes, depending on the disparity between the consensus value and the actual, you understand what I mean? But I mean, let's say they say core CPI is supposed to be this particular number, and then this was the speculation, and then at the end of the day, the disparity between the actual number when the news is being released and what they predicted that it will be is very far. When the difference is very wide, most of the time, the effect lasts more than 1 week. It can last for 2 weeks, can last for 3 weeks. These are possibilities, you get. So you need to first of all look at the news. What is the effect? What has happened? And with what has happened, that can already tell you that if the news still has potential to still move this market down, you have to wait, maybe go down to a higher time frame to look for a more prominent support or resistance level to base your entries from. Because if you want to just take it because okay, it has reached the most recent support, it might just shock you. And because of the effect of that news and the quality of that news, it can just keep moving this market down and just keep hitting your stop loss. You enter it to hit stop loss, enter it to hit stop loss until it gets to the level where the effect of the news has totally finished. You get what I'm saying? Because, like I said, this market is driven by sentiment, and it's at the point where the sentiment of the big players in the market has been fully filled on the market. You get, at that point, that's when the market will now like kind of come back and start fully respecting technicals again. So these are the second type of guys that you can't be or choose to be in the market. Okay. Somebody saying CBI is coming, please reach us so we can get prepared. I don't understand. Reach us. What does it look like I'm doing here? Now, the third kind of guys is what I call the hedging traders. Now, this one now, the guys that do hedging. Okay, these are the guys that when the news is about to come out, they take buy and they take sell. They put a buy stop order here, put a sell stop order here. Now, the problem with this type of trading is that if, depending on the kind of news, pay attention to what I'm about to say now. All the news does not affect the market the same. Core CPI is more unidirectional than any other kind of news out there. What I mean by that, let me type this out. Let me type this so that you guys can have something to maybe write or something. So let's look at the kind of news that are possible to come out. Core CPI. Core CPI is usually unidirectional. What I mean by unidirectional is that when a core CPI news comes out, most of the time it just chooses one direction and just moves there. If it's going to move up, it just moves up. Once the news comes out, it just throws, all the way up. If it's about to go down, once the news comes out, it just keeps tanking, goes down straight up. No casual movement. You get news like NFP. NFP is usually NFP non-farm payroll is usually a what I'll call, they call it whipsaw. Okay, when NFP comes out, you will see that it usually, if it's going to go up, it will first of all go down, then go up. If it's going to go down, it's going to go up first, then go down. Most of the time, few minutes into the news or few seconds into the news, this always happens for NFP. 80%. It doesn't happen every time, because especially NFP, there's a news that comes out with NFP that comes out at the same time when NFP is coming out. There's another that comes out depending on the disparity of the two different news that are coming out at that same time. It affects how it actually happens. Okay, sometimes actually be unidirectional too, but most of the time, okay, 80% of the time it does this. Now there is interest rate decision. Interest rates decision. Okay, interest rate decision news. Interest rate decision news is also choppy, because there's a way they do interest rate decision. They first do a kind of meeting. I think if my memory serves me correctly, they first do a kind of meeting, and after the meeting, then they do the announcement. Then they now do a press conference after that news. It usually happens in the evening. This is that news that comes out by 7 p.m. 7 p.m. in the evening. They do the interest rate, then they now do a press conference before and after also. Okay, so they now start explaining things like, okay, we are dovish, the interest rate is dovish or hawkish. The Fed chairman Powell comes out, talks about the economy, what's happening, why they are doing this, why they want to cut the rate, and all of that. Now, during the announcement of this news, let me advise you, as a trader that has been here for 9 years, bro, just avoid trading, because sometimes Powell can start with making comments that are dovish, and before you know it, he now starts sounding hawkish. At the end of the day, the market will just take both buyers, take both sellers, and then land at the same place. Remember where it was before the announcement started. You get what I'm saying? So as much, these are three different. Don't trade all the news the same way. They are not the same. Their purposes are not the same. What they aim to achieve in the market are not the same. So never trade all of them the same. I hope I've helped you. That's my 2 cents for today. So if you've learned anything today, please let me know in the chat that you've learned something. Somebody said the spelling is incorrect. I know it's incorrect now, bro. How can I spell it? Me, medical personnel like me, I can't be that bad in spelling now, bro. I know it's interest rate decision. I know. Okay, so calm down. So so guys, if you learned something today, let me know you learned something before we call it a day. Okay, so these are the two positions that I already have in mind that I want to enter. I've mentioned looking at GBP JPY. We didn't have enough time to analyze more currency pairs, but for now, eyes on GBP JPY. I want to see the reaction of the market here, and also EUR USD. If the market decides to rally after the news up onto this level, if we see a resistance from this level after the news, emphasis on after the news, then we can enter. But if the market decides to roll all the way up here after the news happens, I'm willing to also sell from this level. So those are the two setups I'm looking at. Okay, wow, somebody already summarized this stuff. You guys are amazing people here. Always remind yourself that you don't have a multiple. It's about question. Your question is not complete. Your question is not complete. So, who is this guy? The guy, I like you. Anointed Obongabasi. Guy just summarized everything. You're a good student, I'm telling you. So I'm glad you guys learned something. Learned a little about directional, new directional. The last session asked me to reach out to you on Instagram, which I did. Somebody would have responded to you on Instagram. I'm not the one that directly replies message, although sometimes, because the account is logged in on my phone, so I also reply messages myself. But sometimes, most of the time, I'm not the one that really does the reply. So maybe you can just highlight the messages. Somebody is saying, how true is the theory of market makers seeking stop loss hunts to take them out based on what you mentioned about the market being driven by sentiment of the big guys primarily? Yes, of course, it's a real stuff. See, okay, let me round up. I'm not taking another question. This is the last question. If I want to get, let's say I have 2,000, let's say I have 100,000 naira, and I want to use the 100,000 naira to buy bottled water. I want to exhaust that 100,000 naira to buy bottled water. Okay, that also means that I need somebody who is willing to sell 100,000 units of 100,000 watts of units of bottled water. So if I have 100,000 naira worth of money to spend, I need somebody who has 100,000 naira worth of what I want to buy. And you need to understand how hedge funds work. These guys have billions of dollars. Hedge funds, what I mean big boys, hedge funds, big institutions, big banks, like that. Okay. Now, let's say they have 100 billion dollars, or let's go far, let's say they have 500 billion dollars worth of orders to be filled. When I mean worth of orders, they have this as liquid investments that people have given to them to put into the market to make some money off the market. They need that equivalent amount of orders to execute successfully. If you want to buy, you need sellers for you to buy from. If you want to sell, you need people that are willing to buy so you can sell to them. You understand? So if they want to buy, they need sellers. They need people who are willing to sell to them for the buy. So sometimes manipulation happens because if this is the number 100,000 worth of orders they need to execute, they need guys on the other side who would come up with 100,000 cumulative worth of sell orders so they can buy from you. So the theory is real and it happens. Okay. All right. So cheers, guys. Love you guys. Wish you guys all the best in your trading journey. If I have any other question, if I have any other updates on the trading setups I mentioned, we'll send it on the Telegram channel. I didn't see any very good setups for this week, so that's why I didn't send you guys the signals for this week. Okay, this week has just been crazy. Okay, I've not entered any serious setup this week. So unfortunately, I don't have any setup for you guys for this week aside these two that I just mentioned. Okay, so any other thing, I'll just follow up on the Telegram or the WhatsApp channel with you guys. Okay, so wishing you all the best. Don't forget to set up an account with the link in the description. Trade with a broker that has as less spread as possible, which is HFM, and also get yourself 100% startup deposit bonus. All right, wishing you all the best. Ciao everyone, goodbye everyone, see you guys same time next week. Bye.